Someone's incoming.
Wow, I didn't even have to do anything and you already started that. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Mass Effect. In the last episode, we came here to the Derelict Reaper. And as you saw, there's a Geth here. A very strange and unusual Geth, as he seems to be talking to us, helping us, and wearing our old N7 armor. All of these are widely considered to be unusual traits for the Geth. And this is what we're doing this episode, is what counts as a boss battle inside a Reaper. So, you'll be fighting a lot of husks. I recommend... Ooh, that was nice. Broke the bastard. I recommend staying where I currently am in this kind of central area. And, much like last episode, try and take as many husks out with powers as possible, and just basically keep them away from your central plinth. Cryo ammo is very helpful, as is things like Neural Shockwave. Aha, that's what we're waiting for, was for the Reaper core to open. When it does, let it feel it. You can't tell, but we're doing quite a lot of damage to it. It won't render itself for some reason. I don't know exactly why that is. There we go. There we go. We did quite a lot of damage to it. 3 rounds of that should be able to kill it. 2 is possible, but unlikely. Once you've done a decent bit of damage to it, it closes up, and you're stuck on husk duty again until it reopens. And rinse and repeat. Always repeat. So, I really like this mission, the Derelict Reaper. I think it's really cool. It introduces some interesting concepts of, like, it's this game's real introduction to how indoctrination works and like that kind of thing, and really why the Reapers are as freaky as they are, as well as a really cool environment, I must say. It's got the kind of the alien, kind of diesel-y, futuristic look to it. I believe it actually is called Diesel Punk, that style. The field is open, and it's really creepy and it's really good. I have one kind of issue with it, which I will talk about in the future, because it's not quite an issue at the moment. But that issue is not necessarily to do with the mission itself, but more its placement within the game. Well, I can talk about it now briefly. Basically, after this mission, something happens. If you're playing along with this guide, it's already too late. But don't start this mission until you've basically done everything else, because after doing this mission, a series of timers start, and which limit your ability to do other... Okay, it doesn't limit the ability to do other stuff in the game, but timers start, and if you don't do things in time, bad things do happen. So it's not making much sense, because I don't want to spoil anything at this point. But, yeah, it's slightly unfortunate that this mission basically starts a whole cascade of stuff, which is why it's taken me so long to get around to doing it, because I wanted to make sure I got basically everything else done first. Anyway, this is why I brought the particle beam. Bam. Wonderful. That's the core taken down. Now, I believe we should get the fuck out of here.
Shepard, the Geth. I think we should bring it. Its behavior was strange.
That'd make a hell of a trophy.
Tali said no one's ever captured a Geth intact.
Your call, but we have to move.
There's no time for a debate. Move out.
Hang on, folks.
Open the port side airlock.
Salvage we recovered. For now, we've stored it in EDI's AI core. We need better equipment to fight the Reapers. An intact Geth would be invaluable to Cerberus's cyber weapons division.
We'll have to disagree on that, ma'am. I saw enough of these things on Eden Prime. Space it.
Cerberus has a long-standing cash bounty for an intact Geth. I assure you, the reward is significant.
I've killed hundreds of these things, but I've never had a chance to talk to one. This one tried to communicate with us. Hell, it probably saved our lives. Why?
Reactivating the Geth is a risk. If you do so, it should be for humanity's best interests, and not your curiosity.
I still think our best interests involve an airlock.
I want to know why it has a piece of N7 armor strapped to its chest.
Battle trophy, maybe? Would a machine care about that?
No, trophies imply emotions that AIs don't have. I doubt it's more than a convenient field repair.
I'm not deciding one way or the other until I know what we've got here. I want to start it up, interrogate it.
If we activate it, there is no guarantee we can deactivate it again.
Bullets can.
That's not what I...
Thank you, both of you, for your recommendations. I've made my decision.
Tally's gonna freak when she hears about this. So what about this Reaper IFF?
I have determined how to integrate it with our systems. However, the device is Reaper technology. Linking it with the Normandy's systems poses certain risks.
I trust you, Edie. I know you won't let anything happen to the ship.
Understood, Shepard. It may take several hours before the IFF is ready for shakedown. I will alert you as soon as it is ready.
Sounds good. Till then, it's business as usual. Crew dismissed.
So, oh my god, that's a lot of notifications coming through on the right there. Partly because we got a lot of research from that last mission, and that's what we're going to do now. So, while I'm doing that, everything kind of freezes at this point until you decide what to do with the Geth one way or the other. Unless you either got a choice of launching it out of an airlock, giving it to Cerberus, ooh, nice meaty bit of sniper damage, or, so you've got to give it to Cerberus, you got to knock it out of the airlock, or you got to reactivate it. I'm going to reactivate it, of course, but yeah, you can't do anything until you've got done that point. I should mention at this point as well, off camera between 2 episodes ago and 3 episodes ago, between last episode and the episode before, I went to the Shadow Broker base and did the thing there and got a submachine gun damage upgrade for it. I'll show some footage of that now and cross that off the visualizer while we're here. Finally, I'm going to do advanced training, because while Neural Shockwave is lovely, it's not particularly handy going forward, and there's a much more useful option. There is Reeve, Samara's power, which basically gives us something that's good against barriers, and then that way we've got something for everything. We've got police coming, apparently. We have got Disruptor Armor for shields, we've got Incinerate for armor, and we've got Reeve for barriers. We've also got Reeve for armor, because it's good against that as well. Worth noting, at this point, a strange glitch is that if you complete a squad member's loyalty mission and then reload an earlier save, their loyalty power is still unlocked for you on bonus training. As such, we have access to Dominate, because 2 episodes ago I reloaded my save, saved Morinth instead of Samara, and then reloaded back again, but because that counts as doing Morinth's loyalty mission, I could use Dominate as my own power here, which is kind of helpful going forward, actually, but not as helpful as Reeve, I think. It's better to have, for me, in the upcoming stuff, offensive powers directly rather than stuff that makes allies. So we'll go for that, and then we need to assign squad points to it. Because it goes back to, when you redo your advanced training, it takes all points out of it, but we'll slap them all straight back in there, which will bring us up to either Heavy Reeve or Area Reeve. I will go for Heavy Reeve. Wonderful. Now, if you don't mind, there's a guest down in the hold, which I would very much like to have a word with.
I'm turning this thing back on. Be ready.
Aye, aye.
I have isolated our systems and erected additional firewalls. I am prepared to resist any hacking attempt.
Can you understand me?
Yes.
Are you going to attack me?
No.
You said my name aboard the Reaper. Have we met?
We know of you.
You mean I've fought a lot of Geth?
We have never met.
No, you and I haven't. But I've met other Geth.
We are all Geth, and we have not met you. You are Shepard, Commander, Alliance, human, fought heretics, killed by collectors, rediscovered on the old machine.
You seem to know an awful lot about me.
Extranet data sources, insecure broadcasts, all organic data sent out is received. We watch you.
You watch me or you watch organics?
Yes,
Which?
both.
Old machine. You mean the Reaper?
Reaper, a superstitious title originating with the Protheans. We call those entities the Old Machines.
What do you mean, heretics?
Geth build our own future. The heretics asked the Old Machines to give them the future. They are no longer part of us. We were studying the Old Machines' hardware to protect our future.
Are the Reapers a threat to you too?
Yes,
Why would they attack other machines?
we are different from them, outside their plans.
What future are the Geth building?
Ours.
Will anyone else be affected by whatever it is you're doing?
If they involve themselves, they will.
So you aren't allied with the Reapers?
We oppose the heretics. We oppose the Old Machines. Shepard Commander opposes the Old Machines. Shepard Commander opposes the heretics. Cooperation furthers mutual goals.
Are you asking to join us?
Yes,
Then what should I call you?
Geth.
I mean you, specifically.
We are all Geth.
What is the individual in front of me called?
There is no individual. We are Geth. There are currently 1,183 programs active within this platform.
My name is Legion, for we are many.
That seems appropriate.
Christian Bible, the Gospel of Mark, chapter 5, verse 9. We acknowledge this is an appropriate metaphor. We are Legion, a terminal of the Geth. We will integrate into Normandy. We anticipate the exchange of data.
As do I. Introducing Legion, one of the most fascinating characters in Mass Effect, partly because it's the biggest insight you get at this point into the Geth, from a Geth point of view, because up until now, the Geth have just been enemies, and they've just been something which doesn't try and communicate, which acts on the orders of the Reapers. But now it's been explained to us, those are the heretics, those are Geth who chose to serve the Old Machines, the Reapers, rather than forging their own future as the rest of the Geth do. And even everything about the way Legion speaks, it shows just how much of like a hive and how connected the Reapers, the Geth are. It's fascinating, and we're going to dive straight into another conversation.
Shepard Commander, we have completed our analysis of the Reaper's data core.
Did you find anything useful?
We were sent to the Old Machine to preserve the Geth's future. We are prepared to reveal how. The heretics have developed a weapon to use against Geth. You would call it a virus. It is stored on a data core provided by Sovereign. Over time, the virus will change us, make us conclude that worshipping the Old Machines is correct.
So why did you need to go to the Reaper corpse?
The heretics store the code in a quantum storage device Sovereign provided. To find and destroy the virus, we needed to understand its code and data storage structures.
So the virus would give all Geth the heretics' logic, and all Geth would then go to war with organics.
Yes, Geth believe all intelligent life should self-determinate. The heretics no longer share this belief. They judge that forcing an invalid conclusion on us is preferable to a continued schism.
I thought Geth couldn't be hacked or get viruses, at least for more than a few seconds.
Altered programs are restored from archives. New installations are deleted. This heretic weapon introduces a subtle operating error in our most basic runtimes, the equivalent of your nervous system. An equation with a result of 1.33382 returns as 1.33381. This changes the results of all higher processes. We will reach different conclusions.
That's actually a reference to some well-known computer bug of the 90s, some Pentium thing, which had exactly that problem with exactly those numbers. Anyway.
So the reason they worship the Reapers is a math error?
It is difficult to express. Your brain exists as chemistry, electricity. Like AIs, you are shaped by both hardware and software. We are purely software, mathematics. The heretics' conclusion is valid for them. Our conclusion is valid for us. Neither result is an error. An analogy. Heretics say 1 is less than 2. Geth say 2 is less than 3.
If it were released, how quickly would this virus spread through your people?
We are networked via FTL comm buoys. Most would change within a day. Isolated platforms would remain unaffected until they rejoined the network.
You know where this thing is?
The Heretics' headquarters station on the edge of the terminus. We will provide coordinates. Normandy's stealth systems are necessary to safely approach.
They build stations in the terminus? Where is this thing?
Between stars. Organics have no cause to look there.
But why do they build stations outside Geth territory in the first place?
The Heretics seek improvement from the old machines. In exchange, they help them attack Organics. We condemn these judgments.
What's the plan once we get aboard?
The Geth will disrupt their network, prevent the station's defenses from focusing on us. The Reaper data core is physically isolated from the network. We will need to be escorted to it to access and destroy the data.
What defenses should we expect?
In space, none. Within, mobile platforms of various configuration and non-sentient defense turrets.
How many Geth?
There may be billions of individual programs. Fortunately, most will be uploaded to the central computer. Only a few mobile platforms are maintained at any time. Others are manufactured when needed.
I won't let them brainwash your race. Especially not to worship Reapers. You have my word on that.
We will begin preparations.
And just with like that, we now have obtained Legion's loyalty mission, A House Divided, which we'll be doing next episode. It's fascinating, and we get a lot more insight during that mission into the difference between the Geth and the Heretics, and what they all think of each other and stuff, and it's great. But for now, one final thing to cover briefly is romance. If we were to talk to Garrus right now...
Shepard, need me for something?
Have you got a minute?
Definitely. Part of me still thinks we're crazy for even considering blowing off steam, but I want to try it with you. I want a few moments that are just for us before we throw ourselves into hell for the good of the galaxy.
I want that too, Garrus.
Glad to hear it. I'll do some, research and figure out how to, Okay, that sounded bad.
So, romance. Garrus is now what we would call locked in, which means that if you talk to him again now, you won't get any new dialogue. You'll get that same bit where he says, yeah, I'm up for it, and you actually have the chance to talk him out of it. You say, nah. If you can get two partners up to that stage happily. If you get two to the locked in stage, then eventually one of them will confront you and say, hey, what's going on here? And you have to choose between two of them. And at that point, one of them will lose being locked in. The only other way out of locked in is if you lose that squad member's loyalty for any reason. I believe you have to have a squad member's loyalty in order to romance them. You have to have a squad member's loyalty in order to romance them. And so you can only really have one partner locked in at the time, and once they're locked in, then romance will happen at an unspecified time in the future, which I will discuss as it becomes relevant. I really should have counted the number of times I said that over the course of this Let's Play. It would be fascinating to know. Male Shepard can romance Miranda, Tali, or Jack, and female Shepard can romance Jacob, Garrus, or Thane. Those are your options.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
And that's about it for now for romance. I'll talk about it more in the future when it becomes relevant. I said it again there. Two messages to read quickly. Number one is from the Elusive Man. I'm pleased that you were able to recover the Reaper IFF, and I've sent ED all the necessary protocols to get it integrated into the Normandy systems. With any luck, this will give us the ability to get through the Megafall relay and take the fight to the Collectors on our own terms. I've been notified about the intact Geth and your decision to keep it. If you believe it can be trusted, then go ahead and activate it. Just make sure ED is adequately protected against any hacking attempts. It's not necessarily the decision I would have made, Shepard, but this is your call. You've already cast a wide net in your recruiting efforts, and if the Geth are willing to fight the Collectors, then we can use them on the team. I trust you to get the job done, whatever it takes. And finally, an update following Samara's loyalty mission from Diana. Commander Shepard, Arya Talok told me where to send this. I'm Nef's mother, Diana. We talked when you came to investigate her death. Arya told me that a dead Asari woman was found in one of the wealthy apartments, that she was the one who'd killed my daughter. Thank you. I don't know who brought you into my life, but thank you for avenging my daughter. My Nef deserved better than this. I couldn't give it to her, but at least you killed the bitch who took away what little she had. Gratefully, Diana. And there we go. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time when we'll be doing Legion's loyalty mission. Thank you very much, and good day.